Here today, ready for SRL qualifiers round 2 here in Brazil. Few good results last qualifiers in Bahrain, which was yesterday. And it looks like we've already got a car ready to come out, which looks like it might be the McLaren with the tyre blankets coming off. Debut commentary here in SRL for today's qualifiers, as there we go, both the McLarens heading out for a lap. And Marcel topped the timesheets last qualifiers in Bahrain, with Isaiah and Lucas following. So we're looking and hoping for some good results here in Brazil today. So we'll be watching as the McLarens will be the first ones to go out of the long pit lane, straight away down into turn 4 to set a lap to possibly get them onto the top step for the 3-lap race afterwards. But we're hoping for some good race, some good fights, and some good times is what we want most. As Simon in his McLaren is heading down towards turn 10 now. So we'll get telemetry and lap data and track map up and all of that. But here we go as he heads down now into turn 12 into the final overtaking zone. And now up to activate straight line mode to blast towards the line to start his lap. Here we go. The McLaren's looking strong currently, sat in P2 and P4. Obviously no lap time set yet, but that's what we're going to see now. One behind the other. Into turn 1. He's used practically no battery and he's had a smooth exit. Here Simon heading into turn 3 now as he heads onto that back straight. We'll get that front and rear wing open and ready for the entry into turn 4. Here we go. He heads in really smoothly and round. We'll look back on the other McLaren really quickly as he's gone off. No invalidation though, so we'll stay on with him heading down into turn 6 in 7th gear. No ERS, you're going to have a big lift through here towards turn 8. So his teammate ahead looking really quick here with lots of battery compared to him with barely any battery. 40% difference in the battery, where Brazil is a big track where you need to lift. And for this main straight heading down into towards turn 1, you need as much battery as possible, so that means lifting during the lap. But here we go, Simon to the line into the straight mode zone, get that front and rear wing open to cross the line. What's he gonna set? Could it be a 109? It's a 1:10.4 for the McLaren after to follow with a 1:11.7. Some good laps so far as we've got a Red Bull. Oh, fucking wrong button. Red Bull and now the Mercedes with a 1:12.3. So some good banker laps so far, but we've got everybody else on a lap as a Ferrari crossing line with a 1:09.2 to put a provisional pole position. And the Haas of Toasty Gaming with practically no ERS yet, so there's going to be a big clip from him, as there sort of was, but the straight line mode is helping to cross the line with a 1:18, and then the Red Bull with a 1:11.1. We've now got both of the Audis heading down. One of them's starting his lap and the other finishing with a 1:23. And now the other Mercedes with an invalidation, trying to save his battery. I think he might be pitting this lap. Pretty sure he is. Yes, he is. Into the pits he goes. So what are we going to see? Are we going to see the McLaren's already on 100% battery? So will he go for another lap on these soft compound tyres? Or will he box? We'll go on board with him. He's boxing. Yes, he is. Will his teammate box as well? Yes, he will. I think everybody will box. Nobody will do 2 runs. Yeah, everybody's coming into box except the Red Bull. Where is he? Here he goes as he's going on another lap, I think, heading into turn 1 with a smooth. But we've got to look at the Audi quickly as he's yet to set a lap. Possibly looking at the 114s here, I reckon. Heading down to cross the line. 112, 113, 114.5. Which puts him P8. And now we've got the Ferrari. The Ferrari. with a purple sector 1. So hang on, we're going to stay on with him. Because that purple sector 1. Here we go, heading into turn 6 with the Red Bull going off track to let him pass, and both the Audis out on another lap. So Yusuf here in his Ferrari heading now down in towards turn 10. I don't know about his sector 2 yet until he crosses the sector line for that overtake detection point to blast towards the turn 1. Boom, purple sector 2 is looking to beat his teammates past lap time and put it on provisional pole position here in the Scuderia, coming round into the straight mode zone, blasting that little bit of ERS that he has left to the line. He doesn't beat it, but he does go P5 just behind the Red Bull as I think the Red Bull goes on a lap now. No, wrong one. No, it's invalidation. So only 11 people in the lobby currently. Right, next person on the lap, I can see a Mercedes, and that is Sam heading onto his lap. So here we go, heading towards the straight mode zone. Ready to blast his ERS towards turn 1 and have a very good turn 1. Here we go, crossing the line to officially start his lap with a cheeky lift to gain all the way back up. This Mercedes, not very good entry, but an average exit out of turn 2, heading through turn 3 to this straight mode zone with around 70% ERS left. He will blast towards that sector 1 line. Will it go purple? No, it doesn't, so I'm assuming it's green, heading in turn 4 now. Around about 60% battery left, heading towards turn 6. All he needs is a good entry to optimise the speed through this corner with a big lift heading into turn 8 to possibly gain as much as he can. But here we go anyways. I don't know what more he can do. But with the Haas of Toasty Gaming out in his way there, we'll look to the McLaren after he set his lap here, but that is brilliant from him heading out of that final corner. It's not on purple sector 2 either, so it's not looking for pole, but with his lap time so far, I reckon he's looking for a P9 to P7. What's he going to set? P4. He's impressed me there, but now we'll go straight back to Simon with an invalidation, who's now going to go on a lap, and we've also got the other McLaren who is on invalidation. So let's look at his turn 1. Brilliant turn 1. No slides on the rear there, heading through into turn 2 with the straight mode zone coming up. So then front wing and rear wing will open to gain that extra aero, replacing the DRS system this year, heading into turn 4. So all he needs is a good exit to optimise speed up towards this straight towards turn 6 as he heads with traffic in front of him, nearly 3 cars in front of him. Nobody on a lap, I don't think, but the Mercedes gets out of the way. No slip ups yet. No purple sectors either, heading with 60% battery up to 2 cars in front of him. So this isn't very good for his lap time, but could either be good with 1 slipstream or 2 dirty air, as we have most cars out on track now with the Red Bull and the Haas in front of him. Looks like the Haas has gone off. Got in his way for a rejoin, but hasn't really done anything to his lap. But here we go, heading towards the line. A massive train towards that line. Now, will he go pole? No, he won't, but he does improve by 0.2 to increase that gap to P4 behind. Now let's go to the Haas, who has gone off again turn 1. I don't know what's the matter. But we've got a Audi who's crossing the line to start his lap now, I think. Into turn 1. He's had brilliant traction through turn 1. No loss of the rears, but he's going slow. No, he's not. Never mind, he's speeding up. So here we go. Never mind, he's on an in-lap, I think. Well, he's on an invalidation lap. But we've got Jacob, who's up on his lap in the Scuderia. possibly looking to improve his pole position time currently with a 109.2, 3/10 gap to the car in third, which is car in second, sorry, which is Ludox in the Audi, but a lot of battery left, heading towards the line now. 8 minutes left of this qualifying session with a blacked out helmet. Jacob is looking to set a faster lap time than he did. He hugs the inside wall and goes faster by 2/10. Brilliant lap from him, as we now have the Red Bull crossing the line to improve by 500ths of a second. Doesn't move anywhere, but improves on his personal best. We've now got Haas of Toasty Gaming into the pits, and we've got an Audi of Ludux crossing the line uninvalidated, going for a lap now. The next person to cross the line is the other Scuderia of Yusuf, who's on an invalidation, and Ryan with a purple sector 2, so let's stay on with him. Got his battery in 5th gear head now, heading up to the straight mode zone. Here we go. There we go. That rear wing blasts open. No Macarena like Red Bull and Ferrari, but crosses the line 3/10 up. 112 flat. And now we've got another Audi. It's DBG. Possibly looking to improve on his lap time, but he doesn't. 5 seconds more. We've got another Red Bull. Rusty Microbe, 3/10 up on his lap time. This could be putting him in P8. Does it? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. He only improves by 700 of a second. But Jacob into the pits now, and then we've got this on a lap, blasting to the line 4 seconds up. So this will be the start of his lap, using ZRS really early, heading towards the line. I suppose he needs all that speed to get a good exit and entry in turn 1 and 2, as we've got an Audi of Ludox, 2/10 up, improves his personal best to try and get closer, with that purple sector 3 being crucial for that lap there. And now we've got Ryan. No, we haven't. We've got Sam. No, yeah, we've got L. Ryan on his lap, but he's going on his lap now with DBG behind him in the Audi, who's on a lap 3 seconds up. A brilliant lap from him so far. This is looking to possibly putting P4 ahead of his rival Mercedes. Here we go. What's he going to do? Could he go pole? No, he doesn't. He got P3. It's an Audi 2-3 currently. 4/10 between the two, but a brilliant lap from him to savour his time from a 114 all the way down to a 109. Here we go. Rusty Microbe in the Red Bull crossing the line. Will he improve? No, he won't. But then there's a McLaren. I don't know who it is. It's Roman who improves. Brilliant lap from him. And then we've got Sam crossing the line to start his lap time. He did a yeah, I think he's starting now. Yeah, he is, as he's starting to use on hot lap now into overtake, heading down into turn 4. We've got an Audi crossing the line. No improvement from them. Oh no, he's into the pits. But we got an Alpine of Jack Robbo crossing the line to start his official lap. But we're going to go back on with the Mercedes of Samsam. A very clean looking Mercedes 2026 car. So what is going to happen here now? No purple sector 1, which was a bit of a bummer from the Mercedes, but heading down into turn 12, we'll look to see if he gets a purple. Yes, he does. Looking to chase down Jacob for pole position here with 4 minutes left of qualifying now, heading round the final corner towards the line, blasting that ERS, heading up to 200 miles an hour, around 300 kmh, improves only by 800 of a second, does not move up with a 5/10 gap to the car in front. We now have an Alpine. Here we go. Jack Robbo just joined very late, but looking to set a good lap time. No purples. It was a very green sector 1, and I think it's a green sector 2. Heading to cross the line. It looks really quick though. P5. Joined late, gets P5. He's in the 109s as well, so that means the entire top 5 is in the 109s, as we've got the Ferrari of Yusuf with a purple sector 2. Come on then, Ferrari. On board with him with no battery left. He's going to clip. Maybe. No, he won't. The straight mode's going to have to save him. He's looking for pole. What's he going to do? improvement by 7/10 with a move up to P6. We've now got El Ryan on his outlap crossing the line to start, and we've got a Red Bull of Rusty Microbe who's going to start his lap 2. Well, it looks like Simon isn't on a lap either because he hasn't used any of his battery. And the Haas of Toasty Gaming's on an out lap. And Alpine is on an in lap with both of the Audi on out lap. So we've then got the Ferrari on an in lap. And the Mercedes of Ryan on a push lap. Here we go then, we'll stay on board. He's the next one to cross the line with an official lap time. Yellow flags heading near the edge of Sector 3. Here we go, using his battery to his advantage, heading round turn 9. The long left-hander with 50% battery. Quick little use into turn 10 to set him up straight for the exit of turn 11 to the detection zone of turn 12. Here we go, all he needs is a good exit to set himself up for that main straight, which I think he's got. He won't be contending for pole position here, but he'll be contending to improve. Heading to the line. 2/10 improvement. Very good improvement, especially around here in Brazil. We've now got the Ferrari of Yusuf going on a lap. Let's... There he is. Ready to start his lap, but we've got the Audis on a lap, and they both have been looking very fast today. The Haas is off again. I don't know what's wrong with this Haas driver. Bottom of the tables with a 116. Doesn't look like he's up to the driving standards, but here we go. The Audis coming to cross the line. Ludox is 4 seconds up. He's going for his lap now, and DBG, no purple sector 2, and he's going on his lap again. They were doing 2 out laps, they were doing. But the Mercedes of Sam heading into Sector 3 now, and Ryan coming to cross the line. He's a second up, so I don't know if he's pitting. You'd think he's going for a lap again. No. Right, but Sam's coming across the line. But so is Yusuf to start his lap. Who's that off? Jack Robbo off on his out lap. He's not going to make it in time. But Yusuf, there we go. Who's next? Boom, brilliant improvement from the Red Bull to jump into P7 from P8. And now we've got a Ferrari on his out lap. It's the man, the myth, the legend, Jacob, with a 2/10 improvement on his out lap, I think. Brilliant from him, as we've got P2 on a 2/10 improvement. 4/10 improvement. He's looking to snag pole off of Jacob. He's got it provisionally at the moment because this Audi is on fire today as he crosses the line with a bit of a slipstream from the Haas. But the Haas has hit him. But oh my god, it's a 1:08.9. Pole position for Ludox in the Audi. And his teammates also on improvements. Looking a 10th up in Sector 2. To improve by a 10th, but that's brilliant improvement. It's an Audi sandwich, an Audi 1-3. Oh, we've got Yusuf who's round to let everybody through, as we've got the other McLaren a second up, and who's behind him? It's Sam who's on an invalidation, and who's behind him? It's this. Robbo's retired. Oh my god, Robbo's retired, but this heads into the pit lane, and that is it, everybody. Yusuf's just sat there. He's been disqualified for being parked in a dangerous location. But that's it, everybody. Brilliant qualifying for this qualifiers. I'm just going to check up on chat just to see if anybody's got anything. I was on a lap on the Ferrari wheel in front of me. I didn't see that on stream, but make sure to report it too, because we have got quite good FIA. But yeah, so that was it. That is your qualifiers round 2, heading on to the 3-lap race now. And we are ready to commentate this as quick as we can and get it over and done with. Here we go. With the Audi in 1st and 3rd. Absolutely amazing qualifying, like I've said. So it's going to be very exciting. So there it is, everybody. We're just going to screenshot that. So we're looking at a lot of drivers who are very good today. So Roman's complaining about a Ferrari weaving in front of him. But last time we had Marcel on pole. Well, who won, I think either was on pole or won right, in Bahrain. But I don't think he's here today. So this is giving other drivers opportunities to smash out lap times, especially around Brazil. A very fast and agile circuit. So it's gonna be on. It's gonna now go on to soft tires for a 3-lap sprint here in the South American capital. Who knows what's gonna happen heading into turn 1? Is there gonna be collisions? Is there gonna be moves? Is there gonna be swaps? But here we go. As we look to the lights, as the start procedure starts, and we look to the lights. This qualifiers sprint race is underway as Yusuf already gets a drive-through penalty for a jump start, but it's a brilliant start from the Audi to gain away from the Ferrari, and the McLaren makes the move. Oh, and there's a Ferrari that's gone. It's Yusuf. He's spun out. He has gone, and the Red Bull moves up into P4. Jack stays where he is as the Ferrari goes round the outside. And oh my god, 3 drivers off turn 1. What did I say? Is the Haas making the move on the Mercedes into turn 4, and Roman keeping it clean. But here we go, as Jacob is taking back P1 from the Audi, heading down into turn 6 with a lift to gain battery. But the Audi isn't finished here of Ludox. He's not finished, as he's going to be fighting to the grave here in Brazil, waiting for that overtake on the end of lap 1. But a massive moment from Jacob there. He had it sideways and he's lost the position to the Audi, and again for the other Ferrari further back. But here we go. Who's going to get overtake? Oh, the Red Bull's off. Is he going to take him out? Big takeout. Simon's been punted round, but that's an unsafe rejoin, and the other Audi has nearly hit Yusuf back up into P3. As here we go, the Audi of Ludox looking to take that P1 back after that brilliant start. Jacob sets the fastest lap, but here we go, 2 laps remaining. Out around the outside, Ludox goes and takes it. He'll have the overtake for the rest of the lap now, but Jacob's looking to take that back, and Ludox has no battery. He's going to need a massive lift into turn 4 here to gain as much battery towards turn 6. Let's look to any other close battles. Here we go. He's gaining, though. He is gaining, so we'll look back to this. He's lifted off. He needs as much battery heading into turn 8. And oh my god, the Audi of DBG hasn't had a very good one. Starting P3, dropping all the way back. But Yusuf gone all the way back and gained 9 positions after a massive shunt. But here we go, still close between the 2 leaders, and the gaps, they're sort of spread out by nearly a second now. Toasty Gaming in P6. The Haas, who didn't set a very good lap time, has started at the back of the grid. And Jack Robbo started 5th up into P2. Up into P4, but brilliant from the drivers here heading on to the final lap. They will be 4 seconds ahead of the rest of the grid. A 1:11 from Jacob to get this going, as the Audi goes to go down the inside, but is cut off cleanly by the Ferrari. It's looking to be a Ferrari 1-3, but no, because Yusuf served his drive-through and retired. So on the final lap of this sprint race, not much movement now, but the Audi's looking to take the win, but he's got no batteries. Battery management needs to improve for the start of this SRL season. Heading into turn 6, here's where you lift. You lift here, not back there, to gain as much battery heading to the parabolica left-hander of turn 9. But here we go, as Ludox is going to be looking to make his move. He's gaining all his battery, but so is Jacob. He's going to want that overtake to blast down the main straight. 5/10 back he is, and there we go. As long as he has a good exit, Ludox with the battery and the overtake, he'll get straight line mode as well. but they're both blasted, and it's going to look like it's going to be Jacob to win here in the sprint race in Brazil. So close between him and Ludox in the Audi, very close, and Jack Robbo to take P3 with Toasty and the other Audi P4, P5, Mercedes and McLaren P6 and 7, and the two Red Bulls wheel banging across the line, and it looks like it's Rusty that comes out on top with Al Ryan heading round. It's going to take millenniums years to cross this line and finish this sprint race. He'll come across the line in P11. But that was an absolutely amazing, with no front wing, an amazing sprint race, an amazing qualifying session. A lot of range of lap times and a range of pace throughout. But thank you all for watching this amazing round 2 qualifiers. And we will wait for next round, which I think will be tomorrow at 6 o'clock again, so tune in here next time for that. And as you see, the Ferrari on that top step, Jacob with a brilliant 109 and a brilliant win with him battling with the